What's up out there? So a few days ago, I did the last video, and what I've been doing since then is basically, in a nutshell, working on agility. So I now have agility of 99, level 99 agility, and I think in the last video, I think it was in the last video, I was working on agility, and somebody pointed out that it would probably be in my interest to go ahead and get the astrology constellation set up for agility. And at first I was kind of hesitant to do that. I was like, whatever, I'm not that far away. But then I did get this. What did I get? One of these agility relics. I'm not sure which one it is, but I did get another one of these. I got the final agility relic that I needed. So now I have the full one. I have all of them. So now it removes all debuffs from agility obstacles. So all these debuffs are gone. I don't have to worry about making sure these are 99 anymore, so that it halves the debuffs. Like, the debuffs are just straight gone. So it doesn't matter which one of this one's all negative. So basically what I did is I picked the one that paid the most money, and I kind of picked and choose between the rest of these for whatever paid better or something like that out of the ones that I could afford. But the cool thing is there's absolutely no negatives in here at all. So I've revamped everything. We've got river crossing here. Well, this is just the cartography one, but I got obstacle 3 is pipe climb. That's where we really get the combat stuff. Obstacle 4 is cave climb. 5 is cliff balance. 6 is lake swim. 7 is just whatever that pays the most. Did not change 8. 9, I've got the frozen lake crossing. Little bonuses there. And I left obstacle 10 on the astrology interval just to leave it there. And then I took the pillar of combat. I was looking at the different pillars. Because we can't double anything and because we don't get any preservation, like the skilling and the generosity one just didn't really seem all that useful. So I'm basically just going to leave this set on the pillar of combat. Like 10% farming yield is okay and 2% global mastery is okay. But I just didn't feel like it was worth it. Well, I'm not playing hardcore, so I don't need 10 bank slots. The 10% global gold would be good. And the +5 charges per potion would be cool. But I think the most bang for the buck is the one with all the green lines and none of the crossed off ones. So I'm going to stick with the combat one. So, and that sets us up going forward. We'll just be set up for combat. So that also means that I did come in here at some point. Once I got all the relics for astrology, I thought, you know what? I need to prioritize getting all of these done. And I'd forgotten that this actually doubles. So once you've finished out every one of these, one of the relics that you get for astrology is that all modifiers in a completed astrology constellation are doubled, even the ones that are negative or that are lined out. So you need these anyway, just to get that and double everything. So now I've got, minus 10% thieving interval and agility interval and all the skill XP and mastery XP for both skills and, 100 stealth. Like, this is great. Plus 10% gold from agility. So that one's finished. And I ended up maxed out several of these now. And I put whatever I had into some other stuff in here that didn't have anything. I don't know. I filled up some. But basically, between astrology and agility, that's what I've been working on. And the other thing I've done, I think when I finished this off, I started working on the Air God dungeon. So I started working on Township tasks. I am up to 72. I need 8 more tasks, and then I will have the full skilling suits for everything. I won't be able to get the fully upgraded skilling suit. I think I need like 90 of those or whatever. I need a lot more for that. But 8 more of these gets me the full skilling suits. So all 4 pieces of this, you'd get just the 4 pieces down the middle. So that's done. And then I sat down and I thought, you know what? What's bothering me, I would really like to get my smithing up to level 99. I would like to get, there was something else I was looking at. Herbalore would be nice to level up. Some of the township tasks that I need to do, like I need higher level smithing to do this stuff. I mean, I can get some or all of this from other sources, but I thought, you know what? I want to go through and get a dungeon. I'd like to be able to get some of these township tasks done. There's like plenty of Atlas of Discovery stuff, killing 100 of these, 500 of these. Like, there's a lot of ones that would be pretty easy. I just need to spend the time doing it. But one thing I could do, take the lazy route and do combat. So what I want to do is to come in here to the underwater city and run this. So we tried this at one point and it was super slow. I did not deal a whole lot of damage, and these things were healing back and getting back to putting their barrier back on. So what I wanted to do is to try to run through this and see if I could get this to go. If this looks like it's going to actually succeed, like this looked like it was going to take forever, and I didn't want to sit here, I don't want to record all day or make an hour-long video of just sitting here watching this stuff me get stunned while I can't do anything to this thing. So I've tried to equip the best stuff that I have. I've got dragon tablets and yak tablets. So this is 154 damage and 192 summoning damage. So I tried to bring those together with the Ring of Barrier Touch, Amulet of Barrier Touch, the old Summoning Amulet, which gives 10% summoning max hit, and then the Sapping Barrier Gem, which gives 10% summoning familiar damage, added as extra damage to barrier, and plus 20 flat barrier damage. So that's what's on here. That's basically what's on the others. The melee setup has the Draining Barrier Gem. Yeah. So I wanted to see how this was going to go. If this is not going to take forever and a day, and we can burn through these, I'd like to try to get this dungeon knocked out. Then we can start looking at impending darkness and stuff like that. This is actually the final barrier dungeon that I'd have to deal with. And this is actually the last dungeon we'd have to deal with. So if this can get knocked out at some point, I think that'd be great. And it actually looks like it's going along fairly well. So in the interest of just moving this along, I'm going to just... I'd like to run this dungeon. I'm just not doing enough damage. I'd like to show the entire run of this dungeon, but I'm going to do what I normally do with the regular dungeons. I'm just going to pick you up over at the very end, and we'll go from there. Unless this thing really speeds up that way, because it looks like it's probably going to take 20 minutes to get there. At the rate this is going, this is going to take a while, and you guys don't want to sit here and watch me make something up as I go. So I'm going to cut things here, and then I'll bring you back either when I decide to quit or at the boss. We'll come back here in a second. I died. Oh, shit. So this sucks. I did not catch that these mermaid archers were doing so much damage. They were doing 575 on here, and I ended up dying, and I lost one of my 30 helmets of the Terran God helmet. So I had to restart and redo the first couple. That kind of sucked, but lesson learned. I checked out. I wasn't paying attention. I assumed that with the God helmet or the God gear that I've got, that I was going to just breeze through this part of the battle. I didn't think I needed to pay attention, but apparently I do. So I believe the end boss of this is range. So I wanted to make sure that my melee setup had the best damage for that. So I only have 700 of these tortoise tablets, and this gives you a lot of summoning damage. So that's why I equipped this on here. I also put the Draining Barrier Gem. I only have one of these. It's got 15% summoning familiar damage and plus 25 flat barrier damage. So I put this on instead and made sure that I'm pumping as much damage or as much of the barrier damage into the melee side, because the final boss of this is going to be that, and I'm probably going to have to hold heal down through it. Now that I see this, I'm kind of surprised this has so much damage, because I ended up switching over to using stone skin and damage reduction potions just to get through this fight here. These two, I believe we either go back to... This follows this combat area. I think it goes to magic at this point. So we follow the combat area. So we'll be going to magic. Gotta get back to this. Make sure I don't die this time. Don't want to lose any more gear. I'd like to actually get through this and get a few more skills leveled up today, or the potential for a few more skills. The downside is I'm not doing enough barrier damage to get this. So as long as I don't die, I'll pick things back up, and I'm going to actually try to pay attention here so I don't die again. All right, I'm going to pull you guys back in a little bit early. So basically, I've had to juggle some things around. I keep having to switch this draining barrier gem out and then put the tortoise tablets on. I'm running very short on these tortoise tablets, and I don't know if we're going to be able to make this. I hope to do that. And I'm going to actually start switching things out here once we get close to killing this thing off. This really helps out. The synergy for this is a 20% chance for summon to apply a barrier burn to the enemy, and that's helping out quite a bit. So we need to get ready to start swapping things out. The final boss in this, I believe, is ranged, so I need to be switching over to melee and get ready to go. But the problem is, every time we get a little bit close to killing a monster, they regenerate their barrier, and I got to go through this again. So we're running tight on a lot of things here. Hopefully I can get all this switched out and cut over to, there's a lot of things they're going to have to switch. Yeah. See, it just heals, it gets its barrier back. So I don't want to take the max hit away until the last second, but you know, it's kind of is what it is. All right. So we have to switch that over. Nope. Switch over. How much damage is this doing? All right, cool. We can switch over. I need to hurry up and do this. Let's get this over here on that, get this over here, and then go and get this gem on here, and we should be doing the best we can. Damage reduction is on, and we've got as much barrier. We've got a chance to do the barrier fire damage, the ignite. So hopefully, and this is the only one we have to do, is just this one fight here. Just get this done. There's a stun, which I need to pay attention. I need to actually pay attention that I don't get stunned. Nah, that's 454. Yeah, so we could definitely die here. I've got as much damage reduction as I can put on here. I'm getting a little close. Boy, that stun lasts forever. How many times do you get stunned for? Stunning barrage, 2 turns. But it just keeps stunning you over and over again. All right, that kind of sucks. I don't like that. And his barrier's regenerating very quickly. As long as he misses on this stuff and we can get some damage in. If I could get one of them crushing blows in here, that would be fantastic. Stunning barrage, of course, we're going to get stunned probably. Nope, didn't get there, but he got his thing back, his barrier. Just normal attack interval, that's fine. Stunning barrage is the one we have to worry about. If we could get rid of this barrier. And then you got to worry about taking all the damage and everything. That kind of sucks. This is kind of a nail biter in some ways because I don't have any more damage reduction to apply. I've gotten everything I can put on here. The only other thing I can do is put that on. Does that get me out of trouble? 441. No, that still doesn't. So now I'm doing less damage. I still haven't even done a bit of damage to him. All right, here we go. This thing doesn't heal, does it? Now we're stunned again. I gotta hold the heal. This kind of sucks. This thing does a lot of damage, but it's sleeping. You have to constantly heal while you're stunned. That sucks. And now it's got its barrier back. I don't like this fight. This is a little bit of work. A little bit more work than I care to deal with. Eradicating blast, I don't have to worry about. And he's asleep. Maybe we can get some work done. Oh, that sleep didn't last long, did it? Oh, he does heal. I thought he was healing. All right, heal that. Do some damage. We're about to do it. About to get it done. Sweet. All right, I want smithing done. I think we'll do fire making leveled up. We'll do herb lore, and we'll do mining. And mining again. All right. Wow, that was a little bit more work than I thought. I didn't realize that's enough of these things, but that's way closer than I would like to have ran this. Sweet. So we now have a barrier god shard. That means I'll be able to start looking at upgrading some of this stuff once we can run this dungeon more often. Barrier igniter potion. Cool. That's great. Fine. Whatever. So yeah, that means I can get smithing leveled up and start getting this dragon gear. There was something else I wanted to get out of smithing. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to get all this pure crystal gear too. So that means I can get everything all the way down to all the dark steel, aeronite, dragon bars, the imbued bars. All right, cool. Fortunately or unfortunately, that's like all the dungeons for the Atlas of Discovery content that is now completed, and we're ready to do Impending Darkness. It doesn't say I need to have all 99 skills, so I could probably do this at any point. I would like to go through some of this stuff and get some of this gear out of here, but whatever. Gets my smithing up, lets me do some township tasks. So anyway, yeah, that's cool. Gets me a little bit forward ahead. So anyway, that will do it for this video. Got another dungeon down, got some more skills opened up to do some more things, get some more township tasks done, get some of this stuff rolling forward a little bit. We can now start looking at Impending Darkness and prepping for that. That means I need to start saving up all kinds of stuff and just gearing up for that. And maybe that's like the next week or two is what I should do, is gear up and ready for that, because agility's done. I could probably, at this point, I could probably let this astrology run and finish out all of these, double all the accuracy and all the bonuses that I get, hidden strength levels and all that, all the different combat stuff. I could probably let this run and double everything in here. So yeah, I got some thinking to do. But anyway, that is another dungeon down. We've got Impending Darkness left. We've got getting basically ready to do the end game, throw into the Herald, stuff like that. So that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.